Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learn a Trade. Today, we're continuing on with FBD 56X Frozen Beverage Dispenser Training. We're on Module 5 Refrigeration System. This system is, this module actually will probably take a little time just to go over everything thoroughly and, hopefully you all are taking notes and getting what you can out of this. But I want to start by going through the refrigeration system and in these units and all of these components, just to familiarize you with this a little more for those that are already into the industry, and to really give some of these new starters in the industry or beginners in the industry more of opportunity to understand the working, how the refrigeration system is working in these units, and also to help out for those who maybe still on the verge of getting their EPA certifications and stuff like that. This will definitely help. So let's start with the components of this refrigeration system on the 56 series units. This is the compressor. We'll go over here to the hot gas valve. This is your hot gas valve. Right here you have your access ports for the high side. This is your access port for the low side. This is your condenser unit. These are your receivers. And this is your filter dryer. This right here is your heat exchanger. And this is your expansion valve. And this all leads to the cold plate. The cold pack, I'm sorry. I keep calling it cold plate, but it's the cold pack or foam pack. And in this diagram, if you can screenshot it or copy it, that would be good, because it has the red and the blue lines with the arrows, and the red line is your defrost cycle and the blue line is your refrigeration cycle. Okay, and it's guiding you through on how that whole system is working. And now, as far as your pressures go, your refrigeration operation pressure, your evaporator, 1 barrel, okay? The discharge, which is what you consider the high side, should be between 250 or 275, 250 to 275 for your high side. Your low side should be between 28 to 35 psi, and their low side is considered your suction side. So you want to, your 2 barrel should be between 250 275, and on the suction side it should be 40 to 45 psi. That's with 2 barrels. 3 barrels, same thing, 250 275. Suction, 445 to 52. That's 45 to 52 on the suction side on the 3 barrel. On the 4 barrel, same thing, 250 to 275. On the suction side, 48 to 55. Now we'll get into the temperature sensors. your inlet temp sensor, the 562 model has 2 of those. 563 has 3. 564 has 4. Your return temp sensors, same thing, 2, 3, and 4. And then they go over the total count. You would have 4 sensors for the 2-barrel, 6 sensors for the 3-barrel, 8 sensors for the 4-barrel. And down here is indicating your return temp sensor is in the green. Your inlet temp sensor is in the red. So you can see right here is your return line, and your sensor is placed right down here. And right here is your inlet line, and your sensor is placed right in here. And then the same thing going down the line. Your return here, your inlet here, your return here, and your inlet here. And that's on the 3-barrel. Temperature sensor orientation and failures. Temperature sensor failure will cause the following problems. Your sensor fails and reads 97 at the evaporator return, will lead to refrigerant flood back, incomplete defrost cycles. Your sensor fails and reads -40 Fahrenheit at the evaporator return, will starve the evaporator. Your sensor fails and reads -40 Fahrenheit at the evaporator inlet, will lead to refrigerant flood back. Sensors fail and reads 97 degrees Fahrenheit at evaporator inlet, will starve the evaporator. Both sensors fail will cause machine to shut down and display hot product shutdown. And as you can see right here is your temp sensor. And right here is the sensor orientation. This is how they would like to see it placed back in to the system. So if this was your return line or your inlet line, this is where it should be placed. And as you can see, it has the clamp that clamps right around the refrigeration line there. So it's a good fit. It fits right in there, and usually you can tell right away if you have if you go to your readouts in the menu and you see 97 on the return side, or you see 97 on the inlet side, you know you have a problem with the sensor, with that sensor. And same thing with if you see -40. You don't really run into a lot of -40 readings. It's more, for me, it's been more common to see the 97 on either one. But I have seen the 40 on either one too. So just keep a note of that, and remember those readings. Your temperature sensor connector location on the main PC board. It's right here, and that would be P25. See if I can expand that a little. Yeah, that would be P25. That's where the PC board connection is at. Your temperature sensor connector location on auxiliary board. That's right here, and that would be PB26. PB26 right here on the auxiliary board. That auxiliary board is usually on the side of the main board. So you would be able to see it there. And right here, they're just numbering off the cold pack that I've been showing you. That cold pack has 4 barrels. This is the 4 barrels, and this is how you count them from left to the right. Temperature connection configuration. On the 562, this is telling you the points on the board where they're going to connect. Barrel 1 would be on P24, which is here. Barrel 2 would be on P25, which is here. That's on the 2 barrel. On the 3 barrel, P24 would be here, P25 right here, and barrel 3 would be on P26, which is right here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then on your 4 barrel, the connections would go to P24 for barrel 1, P25 for barrel 2, a jumper to P26. So it'd have a jumper over to P26 and a jumper from P20 to JA26. And then barrel 3 would go to JB26. And barrel 4 would go to JC26. So those would be the points on the board. And that's all I have for this module. We will next go into module number 6, which we will talk about the electrical system on the 556 series units. I thank you all for watching. I hope you got something out of this. And please remember, contact me through email at info@learnatrade.online if you have any questions. And I hope this is helping. And please let me know in your emails or in your comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.